My beloved child, listen closely, because the words you are about to hear are not ordinary, they are not simple, and they are not meant for just anyone. They are meant for you, and only you. Something huge is waiting for you, something that will make your heart shake, your breath pause, and your entire understanding of what has been happening around you change forever. For the last few days, there has been a storm running inside you, a storm nobody saw, nobody cared about, nobody even sensed. But I did. And now I must tell you the truth you were never supposed to discover so soon. Because yes, you have lost my respect, and the reason is so shocking, so piercing, that it has been making me cry for days. Not because you hurt me. Not because you betrayed me. But because I finally found out what you have been doing behind closed doors, behind silent screens, behind carefully chosen words. I found out that you are not who I thought you were. I found out that the face you show to the world is not the face you hide at midnight. And I found out that everything you thought you were controlling is now slipping through your fingers, piece by piece, second by second. Amen. Blessing 111. And now, let me break the seal on the truth you've been running away from. The truth that has been knocking at your door, whispering through every unexpected thought, every random memory, every unexplained heaviness in your chest. My beloved child, your story is not ordinary, your pain is not ordinary, and the person involved in this is definitely not ordinary. You see, someone has been watching you closely, not with love, but with calculation. Not with intentions to protect you, but with intentions to understand your weakness. They pretended to admire you, they pretended to care, they pretended they were loyal. But last night, their true face slipped. And that was the moment your respect for them shattered like glass falling on stone. Because what I found out about them, about you, is enough to shake the foundation of everything. You think you know who values you, who respects you, who honors you, but you don't. And that is why I cried, because I realized you're walking blindly, trusting the wrong souls, giving your heart to the wrong hands, and believing promises meant to trap you. You found out they were mocking your kindness. You found out they were twisting your words. You found out they were using your loyalty as entertainment. And the moment you saw that truth, the respect you had for them died instantly. Amen. Blessing 222. But hear this, because this is where the real shock begins. My beloved child, the reason this hurts so much is because deep down, you already suspected it. You felt something off. You sensed their tone changing. You noticed they were pulling away, analyzing you, gossiping about you, pretending they were superior when in reality, they were breaking inside. You lost respect for them not because they wronged you once, but because you finally caught them in the act of being who they truly are. And now they are scared. Deeply scared. Because they know you know. They know their image is collapsing. They know their game is ending. And they know that the person they underestimated, you, has seen the truth that exposes everything. And let me tell you this. Something huge is waiting for you because the moment you lost respect for them, the universe opened a new path for you. A path that leads you away from people who secretly compete with you, secretly envy you, secretly fear your strength. The tears you shed were not weakness, they were cleansing. They were preparation. They were the sign that a chapter has ended and a shocking, once-in-a-lifetime revelation is about to begin. The truth you discovered is not a punishment, it's a liberation. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, before you move forward, breathe, because what I'm about to reveal now will not only shake your mind, it will rewrite everything you believed about this person. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part is the moment where the hidden truth finally comes out of the shadows. The moment that will make every tear you cried feel justified. The moment you understand why your heart felt heavy, why your intuition kept warning you, and why the respect you lost for them was not a mistake, it was destiny guiding you away from a disaster they were preparing behind your back. Amen. Blessing 444. Listen carefully, because this is where the story takes its sharpest turn. The person who made you cry for days, the one you respected, trusted, and believed in, was secretly watching every step you took. Not out of admiration, but out of fear. They were afraid of losing control over you. Afraid of your growth. Afraid that you would outshine them. So they started doing something you didn't notice at first. They began collecting your words like weapons, your emotions like trophies, your weaknesses like opportunities. And when you discovered this, when you realized they were pretending to support you while silently rooting for your downfall, that was the moment everything inside you collapsed. But here's the twist they never expected. You grew stronger from it. Because the moment you lost respect for them, they lost their power over you. And that is what terrified them the most. They never imagined you would see through their performance. They never imagined your silence would be louder than their manipulation. They never imagined that the person they underestimated would become the person they fear losing today. Amen. Blessing 555. And now, my beloved child, I want you to know the part that they never wanted you to discover. While you were crying, they were panicking. While you were hurting, they were regretting. While you were questioning your worth, they were questioning their own decisions. Because the truth is, the moment your respect for them faded, something inside them broke too. They realized they pushed away the one heart that was loyal to them. They realized they betrayed someone who would have done anything for them. They realized they destroyed a bond they will never find again in this lifetime. And now they are restless. Their mind is heavy. Their nights are sleepless. Their guilt is rising. And their fear is growing. Because they know, deep down, that you are about to rise in a way they can't stop. You are about to shine in a way they can't dim. You are about to move forward in a way that will make them question why they ever took you for granted. The respect you lost was the key that unlocked your next chapter. And the universe watched it all. Amen. Blessing 666. My beloved child, brace yourself now, because what comes next is the part they never wanted you to know. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment right here, this is where their mask fully slips. This is where you see the hidden emotions they tried to bury, the truth they tried to outrun, and the consequences they silently feared. You think you cried? You think you suffered? My beloved child, they are drowning far deeper than you imagine. Because the moment they lost your respect, the universe turned the mirror toward them, exposing everything they tried to hide. Amen. Blessing 777. Let me tell you the truth they are terrified of. Ever since you pulled back, ever since you went silent, ever since you stopped giving them the attention they were used to, something inside them snapped. The person who once felt powerful suddenly feels powerless. The person who thought you would never distance yourself is now watching you transform into someone they can no longer control. And that realization is hitting them harder than anything they've ever felt. Your silence has become their punishment. Your distance has become their reminder. And your lost respect has become their biggest fear. They never imagined that you would become this version of yourself. The version who sees through lies, who recognizes manipulation, who refuses to be walked over. And now they are panicking because they know something life-changing is coming for you. Something huge. Something divine. Something that will elevate you while exposing them. This isn't revenge. This is alignment. The universe is simply returning everything to its rightful place. Amen. Blessing 888. But here is where the most shocking revelation appears, the part that tightens their chest every time they think about you. They didn't expect your tears to dry so quickly. They didn't expect your strength to rise so fiercely. They didn't expect your energy to become untouchable. They didn't expect you to walk away with dignity while they remained stuck in their foolishness. And now they are realizing the truth that has been haunting them day and night. You weren't crying because you were weak. You were crying because your soul was preparing for a transformation so big, so powerful, that even their betrayal became a stepping stone. You losing respect for them was the divine signal that their chapter is closing. Your pain was the alarm the universe needed to open a new timeline for you, a timeline where you rise, where you heal, where you glow in ways they cannot match. And now they're scared, because the universe is shifting in your favor. Every tear you cried is turning into a blessing. Every heartbreak is turning into strength. And every truth you discovered is turning into protection. Amen. Blessing 999. My beloved child, steady your heart now, because what I'm about to reveal in this part is the deepest cut, the heaviest truth, the moment that explains exactly why your respect for them vanished like smoke. Something huge is waiting for you. And this part right here. This is the part that will make your entire body feel the weight of the betrayal you sensed but couldn't name. For days, you cried. For nights, you kept asking yourself, why would they do this? Why would they destroy the one heart that cared for them? But today, the truth stands in front of you without a mask. The universe watched you break silently, and now it's time for the universe to speak loudly. Because the real reason they shattered your respect is simple. They were living two realities, the one they showed you, and the one they hid from you. And when you caught even a glimpse of their hidden face, something inside you died. Something inside you awakened. And something inside them collapsed. Amen. Blessing 1111. Here is the truth they feared you would eventually uncover, the truth so dark and so unexpected that it explains why your tears were uncontrollable, why your chest felt heavy, why your intuition kept whispering that something wasn't right. The moment you started growing, glowing, healing, and stepping into your power, they felt threatened. They were not scared of losing you, they were scared of losing the position they held above you. Your rise exposed their insecurity. Your confidence revealed their jealousy. Your strength highlighted their weakness. And so, instead of celebrating you, they began hiding things from you. They began talking to people they told you not to worry about. They began showing loyalty to the ones who secretly disliked you. They began acting like they were too busy to reply, too distracted to care, too cold to show emotion. But the truth is, they were not busy. They were avoiding the guilt that your kindness created inside them. They were running away from the reflection of their own wrongs. And when you finally discovered even a fraction of what they were doing, when you realized the lies, the pretenses, the emotional games, that was the exact second your respect for them turned into ashes. Amen. Blessing 12:12. But listen closely now, because the universe wants you to know the part they never imagined would come true. Losing your respect has damaged them far more than you realize. They thought they could break you and walk away unaffected. They thought you would always return, always forgive, always bend. They thought your tears were signs of weakness. But now their own mind has become their punishment. Their thoughts are crashing into them like waves they cannot escape. Their guilt is heavier than their ego can handle. Every time they remember your sincerity, they feel small. Every time they replay your loyalty, they feel ashamed. Every time they recall how you trusted them, they feel exposed. Because the moment you stopped respecting them, the universe stopped protecting their illusion. Now everything they hid is coming back to them. Every lie is returning. Every betrayal is resurfacing. And every manipulation is collapsing in their hands. Meanwhile, you, my beloved child, are rising. Your glow is returning. Your power is activating. Your intuition is sharpening. And your destiny is moving you towards something so big, so divine, so life-changing, that this betrayal will become the reason you transform into a new version of yourself. A version that no one can break. A version they will never have access to again. Amen. Blessing 13:13. My beloved child, what I'm about to reveal now will feel like the final crack in the shell of everything you once believed about them. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is where the truth unfolds in its rawest, most unfiltered form. This is where you finally understand why your soul kept shaking, why your heart kept warning you, and why the respect you lost for them was not just an emotional reaction, it was a spiritual awakening. Because the moment you cried those silent tears, the universe whispered, "Now you see it. Now you finally see who they truly are." And today, that truth stands in front of you like a shadow you can no longer ignore. Amen. Blessing 14:14. Here is the revelation they never wanted you to hear, the truth that explains every mixed signal, every confusion, every emotional wound they caused you. They were comparing you. Comparing your heart. Comparing your loyalty. Comparing your intentions. Comparing your innocence. Comparing your energy with someone who doesn't even come close to the depth you carry. They were trying to replace you emotionally while still keeping you mentally trapped. They were entertaining another energy, another influence, another voice, while making you believe you were the only one they valued. And when you discovered even a hint of this, your respect for them didn't just fade, it collapsed entirely. And the moment that respect died, everything changed. Because you didn't lose respect due to anger, you lost it because you realized they were playing with a heart they were never qualified to hold. A heart too pure for someone that confused. A heart too genuine for someone that unstable. A heart too powerful for someone that fragile inside. And now they are the ones trembling. They are the ones panicking. They are the ones finally realizing what they've lost. Amen. Blessing 15:15. But let me tell you the most shocking part, the revelation that will make you understand your tears were not wasted, they were warnings, they were signals, they were preparation. Ever since you stepped back, ever since you stopped giving them effortless emotional access, ever since you pulled your energy away, something started happening to them. Their confidence cracked. Their pride weakened. Their stability fell apart. Because the truth is, they were feeding off your energy more than you knew. They were relying on your emotional presence to feel valuable. They were using your kindness to cover their immaturity. And they were depending on your loyalty to hide their own emptiness. But now you are unavailable. Now you are unreadable. Now you are unreachable. And that terrifies them. Because for the first time, they are facing the reality that you are not the one who lost anything, they are. They lost your respect. They lost your trust. They lost your heart. And they lost the version of you who gave endlessly without ever asking for anything in return. And now the universe is positioning you for something so powerful, so transformative, so divinely timed, that this chapter will be the reason you rise beyond anything they imagined. Your tears have become your protection. Your silence has become your shield. And your awakening has become their consequence. Amen. Blessing 16:16. My beloved child, prepare yourself. Because this part is the emotional earthquake they never expected you to feel, and the spiritual explosion they never expected you to survive. Something huge is waiting for you, and now the universe is pulling back the final curtain on the truth that shattered your respect beyond repair. You did not break because of weakness, you broke because your soul saw the truth before your eyes could accept it. And now that truth stands tall, undeniable, unshakable. Your tears were not a reaction. They were a recognition. A recognition that the person you respected was not worthy of the version of you they received. Amen. Blessing 17:17. Here comes the revelation they hoped would remain buried forever. They were secretly competing with you. Secretly envying you. Secretly wishing they had your strength, your heart, your vision, your resilience. And instead of appreciating you, they tried to dim you. They tried to break you slowly. Through confusion, through mixed emotions, through silence, through sudden distance, through words that stabbed but never bled. They thought if they made you doubt yourself, they could keep you small. But what they didn't know is that every tear you cried was strengthening your spirit. Every night you couldn't sleep was sharpening your intuition. Every moment you felt unloved was teaching you how to love yourself. And every truth you discovered was removing them from the throne they never deserved in your life. You didn't lose respect by accident, your soul rejected what your mind tolerated for too long. And now their world is shaking, because the power they once had over you evaporated. Amen. Blessing 18:18. But my beloved child, here is the part that will hit them harder than any confrontation ever could. Your silence has become their punishment. Your distance has become their mirror. Your transformation has become their regret. They expected you to chase. You didn't. They expected you to beg. You didn't. They expected you to collapse without them. But instead, you rose. So now they are suffocating on their own actions. Their mind is loud. Their guilt is louder. Their fear is the loudest. Because they know they've pushed away a soul that does not return once disrespected. And now destiny is shifting for you. Something huge is coming. Something life-changing. Something long-awaited. And their betrayal was the last key needed to unlock it. Your respect died, but your power was born. Your heart cracked, but your destiny opened. And your tears have turned into prophecy. Amen. Blessing 1919. My beloved child, take a deep breath, because what I am about to reveal now is the moment everything connects. This is the part where the universe shows you why your respect for them had to die, why your tears had to fall, and why your soul had to break open the way it did. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part right here, this is where their truth, your pain, and destiny's timing collide into one explosive revelation. For days, you cried. For nights, you felt hollow. For moments, you questioned your worth. But now the universe whispers, you didn't lose them. You lost the illusion of who you thought they were. And that is the liberation your spirit has been waiting for. Amen. Blessing 2020. Here is the truth they thought you would never discover. They were talking about you behind your back. Not once. Not twice. They were describing you to others in ways that broke your heart before you even knew the words existed. They were painting pictures of you that made others doubt you. They were silently poisoning the image of you while still pretending to admire you to your face. And when you finally sensed it, when your intuition screamed louder than their excuses, that was the moment your respect shattered in a way it could never be restored. Because you realized they didn't lose your respect due to a mistake, they lost it because they became a stranger. They became unpredictable. They became cold. They became someone who feared your power but consumed your kindness. Someone who wanted your presence but never earned your loyalty. Someone who enjoyed your energy but never protected your heart. And that realization didn't just break you, it awakened you. Amen. Blessing 2121. But now comes the most shocking twist, the part that destiny hid until this very moment. They are terrified. Terrified of how quickly you pulled back. Terrified of how silently you detached. Terrified of how powerful you became once your respect for them died. You see, they thought you were emotionally dependent. They thought you would always forgive. They thought you would always return. But losing your respect felt like losing a piece of their own stability. Because they depended on your validation more than you ever depended on their presence. Your energy kept them going. Your kindness kept them balanced. Your loyalty kept them grounded. And now that you're gone emotionally, their inner world is collapsing. They act normal on the outside, but inside, they are shaking. They replay everything they said. Everything they hid. Everything they took advantage of. And now they know. They created their own loss. They destroyed their own blessing. They broke the one bond they will never find again in this lifetime. Your respect is gone forever. And so is their access to the old version of you. Amen. Blessing 22:22. My beloved child, gather every piece of strength inside you, because what I am about to reveal now is the part that will shake even the deepest corners of your heart. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment, this exact moment, is where destiny exposes the final layer of truth they never wanted you to see. You cried for days because you felt betrayed, confused, hollow. But today, the universe wants you to understand, those tears were not for them, they were for the version of yourself that trusted them blindly. And now that version is gone. Forever. Because what you found out about them isn't small, isn't simple, isn't something you can ignore. It is the truth that explains why your respect disappeared instantly, like a flame dying in cold wind. Amen. Blessing 23:23. Here is the revelation that cuts the deepest, the truth that has been sitting in silence, waiting for the right moment to strike. They were secretly proud of hurting you. Yes, proud. Proud that they had emotional control over you. Proud that they could make you doubt yourself with a single shift in their tone. Proud that they could disappear and return whenever they wanted. Proud that your heart was tied to theirs while theirs wandered freely. But when you discovered the truth, when you realized they were entertaining attention from others, mocking your sincerity, and using your loyalty as leverage, your respect didn't just fade, it evaporated. Because you finally saw the truth. They never valued you. They valued the power they had over you. And losing that power is now destroying them from the inside. Your silence has become the mirror they cannot avoid. Your distance has become the answer they cannot argue with. Your transformation has become the punishment they never prepared for. And now their world is trembling under the weight of their own mistakes. Amen. Blessing 24:24. But listen closely now, because this is where the universe shifts entirely in your favor. Ever since you lost respect for them, something divine started unfolding behind the scenes. Your spirit is rising. Your intuition is strengthening. Your destiny is expanding. And they feel it, stronger than you think. They feel the consequences of losing someone they should have protected. They feel the emptiness of a presence they took for granted. They feel the distance of a heart they thought would never leave. And now? Now they are scared. Scared of the karmic wave that is coming for them. Scared of the success you are stepping into. Scared of the glow returning to your life. Scared because they know you were the blessing in their story. And they threw that blessing away with their own hands. Your tears were not the ending, they were the activation. Your respect didn't die, it evolved. Your heart didn't break, it awakened. And now destiny is preparing a revelation so big, so massive, so once in a lifetime, that this entire chapter will become the reason you transform into the version of yourself they never believed you could become. Amen. Blessing 25:25.